Alright, I'm Skully, and in this video I'm going to do a tier list on the RLCS 2024 car decals. Now, as you can see, it's a long ass video. You might wonder, who's going to watch a video of this length with me yapping? No one. No one's going to do it, but you might have an opinion about a certain decal. So I am going to have in the description, and hopefully the timeline will be broken up, all the different cars. You can see where that particular car went. You can skip to the end, see what my final tier list is, and decide for yourself if there's a particular thing you want to hear. Why the hell did you put that there? I'll explain it. So you can skip to that point. And then if you want a friendly discussion, then feel free to do that in the comments. Yeah, without further ado, let's see my tier list. So yeah, let's do a little tier list of going through the decals. Before I start though, I should probably talk through my thought process on what the tiers mean. So I've changed it from the kind of A to D, including S ranking system, to be a little bit more sense. So the bottom tier is obviously for decals that I think are actively bad decals. And then the tier above that is nothing. It's where it's not strictly speaking a bad decal. It's just that it inspires no positive feelings. There's no part of it that I'm like, oh yeah, this is quite good. It's just like you could put it on and I wouldn't even recognize that it was there. A tier above that is stuff that's fine. It's fine. Stuff that that you look at it and you're like, yeah, that's a nice decal. It's okay. Tier above that is stuff that's like, oh yeah, that's cool. That's quite cool decal. Like maybe there's stuff that's like it could be better, or whatever. It's just it is a good decal. And then top tier, sick stuff that you're like, that is actually, considering that this is, you know, the main driver is usually just buy stuff in the store, give Epic Games money. This is stuff that verges, like, if it wasn't, you know, going into the pockets of Epic Games, even I might consider, like, I'd kind of want that, you know, like, it's a really good decal. So that's my sort of tier list, or the tiers, from my perspective. And so we've got 31 decals, I think. I went through and kind of screenshotted them all. So obviously I've screenshotted them, so subconsciously I have seen them, but I try to see them as little as I can, so that this will be just my kind of a fresh perspective, my perspective of what I think of these decals. So let's get into it. They're not in a convenient order, so I think what I'll do is we'll just go through the regions, starting with North America, starting with Dignitas. So, Dignitas. My immediate thought is that it stands out. The colors are great. I think these really match up. The logo, nicely prominent, nice clean logo. Dignitas on the side. I don't know who Game of Tech is. I mean, this leads it into like the realm of like a kind of typical American NASCAR, putting as many logos onto your car as possible. It's not, you know, it's only got 3 and 2 of them are the company, but whoever Game of Tech is, I'm sure there's some sort of paid promotion going on there. But really like the colors. I like the kind of comic strip effect with the dots to try and fade in some additional shades. Really like that. The black decal is clean. Like I don't know what particular pattern it's going for, but it's not. It doesn't feel too aggressive. It doesn't feel too busy. Yeah, this is a strong start. I suppose another thing I should say is, so I care about the octane because I play that. So I think my judgment should be limited to I think my judgment should be limited to the octane, but we can maybe within tiers we can kind of put at the top of the tiers the ones who look good for like regardless, I think. What's this? Oh, that's cute. So let's have a look at the Fennec. This looks emptier on the boot here. I guess this part is supposed to sort of stand in for this part, but it just feels a bit emptier there. I might need to come back to these because it's obviously people are going to care about my opinion on these, definitely. So I need to get it right. But I think this would let it down if there was someone else who had a similarly strong octane, and I couldn't split between the two of them, but they had like a cleaner Fennec, I would probably go for that. Because yeah, I just feel like this is just missing something over here. Like it's almost like they've got a bit for the top and a bit for the side, and it just doesn't kind of bleed over as nicely. The Dominus looks good. I guess it's technically the same pink. On the Dominus, this there's a bit. I love pink, but there's a bit too much here. I like this kind of in between sort of pinkish orange they've got going on, with like the very end being that kind of strong pink. Like I think if it was like over here, that would be fine, but I think there's too much of it on the Dominus. So absolutely love this. What does that mean though for rank? Where does it go? It's definitely at the top. Is it good or is it sick? I might change these around later. Would I want this skin? I think I would. I think it's pretty sick. So, and I said the word, so there we go. Sick. Sick is the play there. Boom. Starting strong. Next up, G2. Okay. So it looks like something from like an anime. The colors are nice. They match up. Logo nicely prominent. Yeah. My gut there was to say it's fine, but I do think it's better than fine. This, I feel like this is good. But the fact that my kind of my kind of reaction there was to say it's fine. I think it is better than fine. I think it's good, but who knows? Maybe it'll get knocked down later when we see more of them. I definitely wouldn't buy it myself, so it's definitely not sick level. Let's have a look at some of the others. This has a nice distribution over the large surface area of the Dominus. I like that. And the Fennec looks clean as well. The Fennec looks clean. So across the board, it looks good. But then should that mean that it's top of fine? Because if we have another one that I think is good, yeah. You know what? For now, I feel conflicted, but for now I'm gonna pop this. Where are you? I think it's this one, right? I wish it would tell me when I kind of hovered over it. But yeah, I'm gonna pop you at top of fine. It's fine. Yeah. I don't know. It might get promoted to the bottom end of good, even though it's clean throughout the board. I think the fact that it's clean throughout the board really helps it. So it's definitely top of fine right now. Okay. Next up, Gen.G. Yeah. So my thought is this is very sportsy. This looks like a sports car. Um, and I don't really care about sports. So I think so without a doubt, definitely not sick level for me. It is pretty clean though, and it is a nice pattern. Um, have they got? Okay, I was just trying to see. Have they got like different levels of? Oh, they do. Yeah, you got some matte in there and some reflective. I do like that. So I think this is good. I think this is a good decal. Not for me, don't care, but yeah, I think it is a good decal. Let's see the other ones. Not sure. I feel like the GG's too high up. I don't know. I feel like I want it to be lower down. But yeah, it's clean. Yeah, this does look good. I can definitely imagine. Well, I was going to say seeing pros playing around this. Probably the only pros that are going to play around in it are Gen.G. But yeah, definitely looks like a clean pro car. It's good. It's good. That's you. Next up, Luminosity. Okay, immediate thought, do not like the eyes. It looks like the kind of thing you'd see in nature on like a moth or something where it's trying to make you think that it's some big creature by having eyes on the side. It just looks weird. Like I guess I can understand the thought process. There's like this. It's like it fits nicely. I like that. You know, it's kind of that shape. It slots into that nicely. I feel like that might have been the thought process, but just taken as a whole, it just doesn't look good to me. The colors are fine. The colors are fine. I don't know how to score this because I don't think it's a nothing. I think if someone was driving around in this, the eyes are kind of hard to miss. So it's not going to be nothing. But then does that mean it's bad? Is it bad? Maybe it is bad. But at the top of bad, being at the top of bad, it means you're close to being nothing. Let's have a look at some of those. So this is, as I say, this kind of slots in nicely on the octane. Let's have a look at the Dominus. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think I feel fine putting this as bad. I don't like this. Um, I don't think the eyes work. Like I say, I think I can kind of understand it on the Dominus. It almost looks like something from Cars, like a kind of personifying the car itself. That doesn't really happen for the Octane. And for this, it's got this shit going through. It just really doesn't. Yeah, nah, it's bad. I feel bad marking someone as bad, but it is bad in my opinion. So no sorry. M80. Is this an energy drink? I can't tell if the logo is meant to be like from a sippy cup or if it's like spray paint. It doesn't look like a spray paint cap. So I'm not sure what it's supposed to be, but it gives me energy drink vibes. The color scheme and the way that it's kind of set up looks like an energy drink. I think fine. It stands out, and I don't think it's bad. In which case, yeah, I think that I think it's fine. Let's have a look at what else we've got. Yeah, Yeah, all those fine. Nothing standing out as like, oh, it's not very good. Put it at the lower end of fine. I think it's all fine. It's all fine. MAT is fine. Where you at? I think is that this one? Yeah. Definitely below G2. Definitely below G2. NRG. NRG for some reason starts with the Dominus. Let's first look at the Octane. So immediate thoughts. Love the color scheme. I think that these colors look great. I like, yeah, I like this. Is it sick level? Would I get this? I think possibly. It is sick. Yeah, I like it. I definitely like this. Like it's a nice balance. It's not too busy. It's not too simple. Great color combinations. Yeah. I think this is sick. Let's have a look at what else we've got. The Dominus. Nice. Yeah. Nice distribution. The Octane is kind of... It's quite patchy. It's sort of all over the show. Whereas for the Dominus, it's like on either end you've got the spikes and then there's a black thing going through the middle. But I like it. I think that looks good. And then you got the same effect as the Dominus on the Fennec. And I feel like it should be closer to what because the Octane has a lot of color on the roof. And I feel like this is too much in the way of black. Like, I feel like I'd want those decals on the top sort of rearranged a bit to just sort of break up this black going over the front. But the other two I definitely really like. So I guess it's definitely sick, but it's sort of a low sick. Where are you? Actually, where are you? Oh, there we are. Boom. Next up, OG. So trying to think, how do I feel about this? And I was thinking, I guess maybe it's fine, but this might actually be our first nothing. Like it's not bad. It's definitely not bad. Yeah, I think this is a nothing. This is a nothing. Like, does it reach the level of fine? I think if I saw someone driving around this, I just wouldn't think twice about it. I think this is a nothing. There you are. Nothing. Nothing. Okay. Rebellion. The Shopify Rebellion, yeah. Rebellion's not the name of an energy drink. I can get an energy drink vibes again, which, you know, I guess that's part of the target audience, right? So it makes sense. So definitely not a sick. I wouldn't buy it. Definitely not nothing. I mean, it stands out, and not for the wrong reasons. I think if you stand out, it go either way of nothing. It could either stand out for the wrong reasons or for the right reasons. It looks good. It does look good. It looks clean. I guess good then. I think it is above being just fine. I like the subtle shade difference on the roof. That's nice. Yeah. I'll put this as good. Looking at some of the other ones we've got. Hmm. I feel like I'd want to follow that sort of tapered part. I don't know. It seems like a lot of black, and I love black, but yeah, I feel like I'd want it. I'm not sure. Yeah, not sure whether it would look better or not with a bit more of the green coming onto the hood, following that kind of tapered edge. Not sure. Yeah, something like that. That's what I kind of was expecting. Yeah, I feel like that they missed a trick there. They have some of the kind of patterning on the hood, which is cool. But I feel like they probably could have moved that patterning to the roof because the roof doesn't seem to have any of that. So that it kind of matches the octane. Weird. They have a little bit of it on the roof for the Fennec. So yeah, it's missing a trick. I don't know exactly what limitations they have for being able to do stuff. No, they can do the top of the roofs. We saw it in NRG, so yeah. I think they missed a trick there. But it is good. It is a good skin. It's good. Definitely below Gen.G, so but definitely good. Space Station Gaming. Now just a disclaimer for potential biases. I do love space. So when I was kind of watching RLCS like a few years ago, again, I didn't really have any skin in the game, didn't really care about them. So I was like, I guess I'll go after the team that has a spacey sounding name, Space Station. So I don't actively support them as a team. It's just that if I don't care about what's going on, then I'll be like, I guess those will be the ones that I follow for. So there might be a little bit of bias of wanting to like it or liking it because it's spacey, and it is spacey, and I do like it. So potentially some bias, but I don't think that matters when this whole video is about my opinion. So I'm gonna allow it. Yeah. So we've got some stars, and not an aggressive overabundance of stars. I think it's got a nice amount to just give it that spacey vibe. The color scheme, clean, really like it. I do really like this effect that it's got going on with the kind of scrapes. You know what? This is sick. This is sick. I really like this. I think this is really good. It's got like a slight kind of graffiti effect. I don't know if that's... I'm pretty sure that their logo has been cleaner, like more like a SVG rather than kind of broken up as it is here. So I don't know if this is what they're doing just for this year or whatnot. Don't know what the triangle is. Maybe that's some symbolism for the Illuminati. So maybe points off for that. But yeah, just a really, really good decal. Dominus. Yeah. I was just thinking about where do I want this logo, and I think for this it does work being more in the middle, maybe because of the linings that got here with the kind of black, like it doesn't look like it's out of place there. And the decal is really kind of following the sort of structure of the domino, so there's a lot of thought that's gone into it. That's one thing that I do appreciate. I have definitely seen when I've been taking screenshots, there are definitely some decals where it looks like they either forgot about it or they gave no resources to do it. So there's definitely an appreciation that I have towards the people who take time to actually produce a decal. Like even if I come across a decal that is bad, if it looks like they've actually made an effort, then there's definitely some points towards that. Maybe that bump them up to the great heights of nothingness. But this, easy sick. Let's just finish it off with a decal. The Fennec, sorry. Yeah, good shit. That is great. Yeah, easy sick. Is that the best sick? It might be. It's definitely better than NRG. Is it better than Dignitas? I don't know if they would be offended by looking all Dig. I think it might be. I'm not buying that shit. Chill out. Yeah. Yeah, no, it is. It definitely is. Cool. Well, there we go. We've got our new top. Oh, no, that's it. There we are. Next up, the final one for North America, TSM. Okay. So, first thought is the top bit is very clean, very unassuming. I do like the map. It's quite gives it a nice feeling. The car's gonna run hot as fuck, but it's not like it's just pure simple, not bothered. They then got this fucking dragon decal either side, which is kind of cool. I wouldn't get it. It's not a sick, and it is definitely better than fine. It's a good. It's a good. Dominus. I don't like how the dragon, like, it makes sense that you want the dragon to be over the lip. You don't want it to be just kind of hidden on the side. But I don't like how it's sort of clipping into the windows there. Same deal. Did it do it for the Octane? No, yeah, this is what I want it to be a bit cleaner of, like, not clipping into it. Like this bit is nice, how the flames kind of come around onto the hood. That looks good. I'm just not super sold on the placement of the dragon. So it's definitely a good decal. Definitely a good decal. I think it's better. Is it better than Rebellion? Let's have a little look screen it. It's not better than Gen.G. Is it better than Rebellion? So we've got a little octaney do here. Compare that to Rebellion. It's close, you know. It's close. I can't split between the octanes, but you know what we can do? We can double check. Oh, this fucked up with this, didn't it? So I was hoping that one of them would have, like, throughout the board a good decal, but I think both of them missed the mark. I guess this misses the mark a bit less because they kind of consistently don't have anything. Yeah, okay. It's very close, but I think TSM takes it. Cool. So we're done with North America. So if that wasn't controversial enough, now we're going to move to Europe and compare those cars and mix those into the Americans. So let's open that fucking can of worms. So first up in Europe, we've got Endpoint. Let's have a look at that. So my absolute first thought when I saw this was that it's one of the ones where they haven't put much effort, but they have. Are they sponsored by Sex? That's crazy. Oh yeah, they're a European, yeah. So they have put effort into it. It's not just a based off some template. The color gradient's nice. This might be a fine. I think this is a fine. Yeah, this is a fine. Let's just check Nice white trim on the hood. I do like that. There we go. There's care. They have looked at it. I guess that's kind of intended, but does it work? I don't think it works for me. The fact that it's missing that bit. I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about that. That one makes more sense to sort of leave that open. Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. The hood looks good for that. Not sure whose streets those are. But yeah. So this is Endpoint. Endpoint is fine. I think the bottom are fine. I don't think it beats out M80. Speaking of M80, I was getting confused by this because, like, wait, is this M8? But it's Gentle Mates. I don't understand what the logo is because it says Gentle and it says Mates and then M8, Mate. Gentle Mates, Mate? I don't know. But let's look at theirs. Bold. Going this much pink. Some people aren't comfortable. Some guys aren't comfortable with pink. I love pink. I think this looks cute. The underlying pattern is interesting. It's not like it doesn't pop. It doesn't stand out. It's kind of subtle because of the blend in the pinks. And I like it for that. As much as I'm saying I like it, I don't think it's sick. I don't think I would buy this. It's definitely better than fine, which means it's a good. We're putting it at good. Yeah, it's clean. It's good. The Dominus. Yeah, Dominus is fine. The Dominus is fine. And this looks good too. Yeah. I do like the mixture of the blacks. I think they look good. Yeah, that's okay. All right. Cute, clean, good. Where on the goods though? Above these two, for sure. Gen.G. How does it compare against the Gen.G? I like it because it's quite unique. As I say, the ones that are in good are quite sportsy. I think Gen.G does take it between the two. Even without doing the kind of Dominus Fennec comparisons, I think they did do the taper quite nicely. Yeah, no, Gen.G has this. Gen.G has this. So pop you there. Right. Carmine Corp. Weird. Oh god. So they've made an effort. It's not just a template thing, but I don't understand it. Wait, are these all meant to be like tire markings because it's sponsored by Michelin? And what's going on with the logo? It looks something's wrong with it. Is it low resolution? Oh yeah, no, this is a bad. Now, to be clear, they're a good team. Well established that they're a good team. Don't like this decal. No, this is a bad for sure. I don't even need to look at the rest of the Dominus and everything. That is just straight up bad. Yeah. Yeah, well, I wasn't sure, like, the color combination and everything for Luminosity, like, like I say, it's top of bad, I think. But that is just bad, bad. Yeah, not a fan of that. Moist. Are they trying, is that meant to be moisto in Japanese katakana? I don't like that. I feel like did they just not have enough space and thought it would look cool? I feel like they shouldn't have done that. I feel like some fucking weeb was like, no, put Japanese over it, look cool. But besides that, this looks good. Looks very good. Almost sick, but not quite. I don't think. I don't think I would buy this, but I do think it looks really good. The decal for like the flames, the red stuff, the color combination looks really clean. I think this is good. This is good. Let's have a look at the Dominus. Yeah, it's definitely good. This might be the best of good. Yeah. No, it is. I think it's the best of good. Let me just double check. Yeah, easy best of good. Um, is that moist here? Oh no, that's moist. Best of good. Next up, oxygen. Clean is my first thought. Clean, very gamer orientated with the fucking rainbow, the RGB. I don't know why I mix up whatever. Yeah, clean. Not sick. I wouldn't buy it, but it is another good one. Gamertech? Are they? Man, Gamertech are just getting their name out there. Fucking free promo. Yeah, it's good. Now I'm gonna have to compare this to Moist unless they fuck it up on these two. So let's just have a check. Oh yeah, okay. Actually, you know, that's kind of clutched it. I think Moist still top of good. This is fine. Something about it is just off-putting though. Like looking down, it's just something. I guess because it's not following the car maybe, and so that just sort of warps it and makes it feel weird. I don't think I'm keen on this very top bit with the way it's kind of coming in. I don't even know what's going on with the roof up there. This part is fine. Yeah, okay. So it's clean. Octane looked good. I think this looks really good. But doesn't quite snatch it from Moist. Okay. Resolve. I think this is a fine. This again looks quite sportsy with the straight lines that it's got going. Gives me real kind of American football vibes. I'm not really sure what they were trying to achieve with the lightning on top. It's not expressively bad, but I'm not looking at that going, oh yeah, that's sick or anything. It's just like, oh, okay, sure. Electric, go for it. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Let's look at the other. We've got the Dominus. Yeah, it's clean. Again, don't quite follow the lightning. Also, it looks like the lightning is upside down to me, but like it looks like because it looks like it's coming away from the wheels because of the angle that it's at. But then surely it should be pointing the other way. So yeah, no, it's definitely just fine. I'll. I was gonna say I like the trim around the wheels, but actually I don't. I think it's following the way that the body is, but it just looks off. Like if I went to a shop and got this done, I'd be like, no, you've done it wrong. I don't know what you did wrong, but you've done it wrong. So yeah, it's just fine. Not bad. Not nothing. It's not a nothing. There's definitely some character there, but it's just fine. So it's just fine. Where does it land on being fine? It's definitely below M80. How does it compare to Endpoint? It's probably below Endpoint. Yeah, probably just because it's brighter colors. It just feels like it has more energy. Even with all the electricity that Resolve added to their car, it just doesn't have the right amount of energy, I don't think. So it stays there. Yeah, okay, cool. Next up, we got Solary. Definitely better than fine. A good. Yeah, I wouldn't buy this, but I do like it and do think it looks good. Yeah. The grey, I think the grey kind of works. I do like the streaks. I think it looks good. Yeah. I think this is a good decal. Let's compare the Dominus and Fennec. Dominus, nothing offensively wrong with that. And similarly, the Fennec looks nice. All right. So it's good. Good is getting quite busy, as I kind of expect. I don't imagine there's going to be many that make like I would actively want to get them. So looking at this, I think it's good. Probably. Oh, these had problems, didn't they? And it was kind of. I think it goes ahead of these two. Because it's clean across the board. These had like notes for how I think it would look better for the other cars. So I think that takes it. Team BDS. Quite sci-fi, actually. And good use of mattes and specular reflections. So it kind of, yeah, looks like it's given it more depth than the Octane actually has. Ooh. Could this be the first sick for Europe? I think so. Yeah, the little honeycomb thing going on. I like that. Yeah. I think this is pretty sick. It's a cool car. All right. How's the Dominus hold up? Okay, immediate. I like this. This is a nice trim. The hot pink and the black and the back. This is look. I don't even dread Dominus, and I think this is a good looking Dominus. Holy shit. Okay, it's definitely sick. That's good. I was worried I might get kicked out of Europe if I don't have at least one European team in the sick category, so that's good. What's going on with the roof there? Yeah. someone put a lot of work in that, and I think it paid off. It is a really good design. How good? Let's compare the 6 and have some more controversy. It definitely goes above Dignitas and NRG. Space Station Gaming is who we have to compare it to. So let's have a look. Obviously, I'm a nerd. As I say, it's quite sci-fi. Could even go as far as to say it's quite spacey, maybe. And so there's a definite bias there, but again, this is my list, so I'm going to fucking do it. It's quite... I want to say it's quite a simple design. If I go and compare it to Space Station Gaming, but there's lots of little details, so it's not like there's nothing there. It just looks, I guess, cleaner. I do like this one as well. Ooh. And they did a good job for the other ones as well. Oh, I don't know how to split this. Okay, looking at that, I like it. I switch back to BDS. Okay. I might still get kicked out of Europe. I think Space Station Gaming still takes it. But this is definitely really good. Yeah. I think Space Station takes it. Next up, Team Vitality. What we got? Definitely not sick. Is it good? Oh, hold up. No, not you. Gen.G. Are they they're flexing on their world championships, right? Gen.G have won it twice. Vitality's won it twice. That's what's going on there, right? I had him had just like an American sports. Americans love their fucking stars, so I thought that's what was going down. But seeing Vitality fucking proudly showing that shit off, that's what that's about. Okay. Yeah. If you got it, flaunt it, right? Yeah, I think this is fine. Again, amazing team. Oh, this was explicitly bad. Okay, it's definitely not bad. It's fine. It's fine. It's clean. I just don't think so. It's definitely not nothing. You spot it, you see it. It's interesting. I just don't think it's a good. So I think it's fine. So let's check out the Fennec. They mix this up. Interesting. Oh, it does come all the way down, yeah. And the arm mixing specular and matte. Although personally, I feel like I would have gone the other way. I would have the arrows as matte and the I don't know, but either way, it's fine. And yeah, nothing terribly wrong. I don't know why they're missing a few triangles. Don't know if that's intentional or not, but it's fine. It's a fine car. So where's that? That's you. It's fine. Where does it sit on fine? Definitely above M80. How does it compare to how does it compare to, was it G2? Yeah, G2. Yeah, I think G2 is more interesting. than Vitality's decal. Yeah. It's more interesting, but not like a bad interesting. Like this is, it's quite simple, but sometimes simple. You could have a sick car that is simple. I'm pretty sure, but I do think that G2 edges it out. So second place for now. Right, and then we're done with Europe. Moving on to Oceania. Got Ground Zero Gaming. Okay. I don't think it's bad. Just to kind of give you, now you probably have an idea of whereabouts I'm thinking to put it. I think this might be a nothing. Like, it's not invisible. It does technically stand out, but I don't think I won't go, yeah, it's fine. It's kind of nothing. Yeah, it's 0. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that, I think. I guess this does look kind of cool. There's effort there, and effort does matter. I think it could be top of nothing. Well, there's something else in nothing, right? Okay. Oh yeah, definitely beats out. Okay. So is it this? Is it this one? It's so nothing. I don't even remember. Yeah, the GZ on the front. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Okay, top of nothing. KC Pioneers, KCP. So last year KCP had, in my opinion, the best decal. It was so clean, so good. And if I was doing last year, it would have been top of sick. Like, it was such a good decal. So there's another bias of remembering that decal, and so I'm inevitably comparing against that, and I don't think it comes close. I'm not looking at this and going sick. So it's definitely not a sick. I wouldn't get this. Is it good? Is it fine? Because it's definitely not nothing, and it's definitely positive from the nothing spot. The logo kind of just looks slapped on there. It doesn't feel like it really matches with the rest of what's going on. Same with the QT stuff. The Pioneers is fine. They've got this kind of mountainous look going on. Sure. I think my bias from them being so strong, and I like them as a team. There are quite a lot of content creators under the KCP belt that I enjoy, so there is definitely a bias there of not wanting to put them low. But I think this might be just fine. Like, it's fine. I could definitely see this on like I haven't seen the merch, the recent merch, because I think they did release hoodies that matched their decal last year, and those also, because it was a cool decal, matched up good. I do think the merch would look kind of cool with this sort of relief map on top. Like, you could imagine some sort of outdoor hoodie or whatever with it on. Makes sense. And maybe that's what drove this design. I just don't think as a Rocket League car decal, I don't think it looks so standout amazing. Yeah, I think this is a fine. I think it's just fine. Yeah, I don't know quite how to describe it, but just something about the logo just doesn't look like it kind of belongs with the rest of this. Like, it looks like they're like, well, we need the logo, so just slap that bad boy on. But the rest doesn't quite match up. I feel like they could probably done something. I don't know what level of creativity they have over these decals. They definitely can have a mix of matte and specular. And I think, but I don't know if it's like on or off. I don't know if you can, if it's like, for example, a grayscale image of like the amount of how specular it is, because I feel like one thing that I would have done if I had control of this and could do it is having slightly more matte, or I guess you could just have purely matte lines for the contour lines, and that would be kind of cool. But yeah, unfortunately, breaks my heart because they were definitely top of last year. I think this is just a fine. So where on fine do they land? Because quite a few. Definitely above these two. Definitely, yeah, it is above MAT. Against Vitality, no, I think it loses out against Vitality. So I think it sits there, third place in fine. Power. Immediate thought is that I'm going to have to decide, is this fine or is it good? Might be lower end of good. What have I put in fine? What would it be beaten out all of? All of those. Yeah, okay. And Rebellion's up there. Okay, I think it's a good, but it's a low good. It's clean. I like the fact that the line is sort of following the contours of that. The blend is quite nice with the sort of smashing. It works. It works. It's is it a good actually? So I'm just thinking, so sick, obviously is something that I would want, which it definitely isn't, but you could definitely have a good one where I can appreciate that it's a really good decal, just that not for me. Whereas fine is like, if someone was driving this around, would I even really pick up on it? And I think I might not. I think this might actually be a fine, but I guess top of fine, I guess, because it's definitely a beats out. Oh, does it? Yeah. Okay, I'll put it top of fine. That's where it goes. Top of fine. If it'll let me. There we go. Where do we find ourselves now? South America. We've got complexity. Yeah. I think complexity was the one that I had in my mind as being just like a template. Did they even bother? But looking at it properly now, I feel like that's not fair. It's definitely not just a template. There's quite a bit of detail going on with the like subtle honeycomb or the little kind of integrated circuit board sort of lines going about. So my question is it, I don't think it's good. Not to say that it's bad. I just don't think it's at the good tier. So then the question is it fine or is it nothing? Like if someone was driving this around, would I really pay attention to it? And I feel like probably not. I feel like probably not, but but there's definitely been work done to it. Let's have a look at the Dominus. Yeah, like someone put effort into it, which I appreciate as ever. So what? Yeah, if this can make fine, then I think it can make fine. It's either the bottom of fine or top of nothing. They're driving around. I think it's top of nothing. No, I think the thing that's finalizing my decision is just that it does just look like a generic decal. I think that's the thing holding it back, is that there has been effort there, but it is kind of a generic decal. Like, this could just pop up on the Rocket Pass, and I wouldn't really hate it. I wouldn't look at it. I'd be like, oh yeah, maybe it's some plat skin or something, you know? Like, I don't think it would stand out so much. So yeah, so it is just fine, I think. Right, next up, Furia. Yeah, I'm just wondering if I have any kind of bias to like the black and yellow. I think maybe not necessarily bias, my own personal bias. Maybe there's just some sort of human bias, like how they like to mix up kind of orange and blue. Yellow and black do complement each other quite nicely. There's a little cheeky orange fade, which I think is really nice. It isn't, but it looks almost like it's two-tone, which kind of makes me feel like that would be pretty dope if you could get a two-tone, if that was open to them. Like, yeah, you could. I feel like there's definitely room. I don't know what the companies have available to them to make these decals, but I feel like there is more that they could be done. Either they don't have access to it, and so they should have access, or just someone should be bold enough to try new things and put some two-tone on that bad boy. Definitely not a sick. Is it more than fine? Let's have a look at some of the other ones. I'm not sure where I sit with the Octane. Let's have a check with the Dominus. Maybe that'll help. Yeah, it's one of those ones that's quite simple. I think it is good. I think it is a good decal. So Furia. It's good. Where does it sit in good? I think it outdoes the two of these. I think it outdoes Solary. How does it compare against the genuine mates, or whatever the hell they're called? What are they called? Is it genuine mates? Surely not. Gentle mates. So comparing that with that, yeah, I think this does beat it out. This does beat out Gentle Mates. And then against Gen.G, I think Gen.G wins out that one, so pop it there. Okay. Next up, Crew. Okay, immediately liking the color scheme. It's dark. It's sexy. I like the patterns. Yeah, no, this is definitely good. Would I buy this? Is this sick? I think it might be. We've got NRG up there. I don't know if it beats out NRG, but I think it's on the same tier. Let me have a little look screen, a little reminder. Whoops, that's controversial. Yeah. I think so. I think that's a sick. Congratulations, Crew. Everyone definitely cares. That's a sick decal. Okay, so I'm pretty sure NRG beats it out, but it's close. Let's just check. How does it handle the other cars? It's very clean. I'm not sure. You see, I did have little notes for the NRG car, specifically for the Fennec and the Dominus, the roof just didn't quite match up with the Octane. But I think this does a better job. It might beat out NRG. I wasn't even sure if it was sick, and now it's beating out NRG, I think. The logo's kind of cool, and it fits. You know, that HUD sells me on it, I think, because it fits really nicely with how everything's moving. Yeah. Whoops. Crew. There we go. Not podium position, but top 5. Next up, Nip. Not even heard of them. I'm trying to understand what's going on with the logo. Okay. Ninjas in pajamas. Oh, okay. Because I'm really smart, I've just worked out what NIP stands for. And it's definitely biasing me, because that's funny. And one problem with Rocket League is people can take it way too seriously. A team calling themselves ninjas in pajamas can't possibly be taking themselves too seriously, and I like that. So I'm definitely being biased towards it. However, it's definitely not something you can ignore. If this thing's driving around on the pitch, you're gonna spot it. It's like vibrant, but it's not offensive. It doesn't look. It's not bad, so it's not gone the wrong way of nothing. It's definitely beyond fine, but I wouldn't buy it, I don't think. So I think that puts it at good. But I do like the simplicity of it. It's not trying to do too much. It's just kind of got its logo, which has a nice tiling effect where it creates this kind of cool pattern. I like the cheeky fade. It's not doing the classic one is to kind of fade towards the back. They've just got it front and center with just a little bit of fade at the front. I like that. It stands out. The ninjas in pajamas is quite prominent and also looks really clean. This is definitely a good decal. I like this. The Dominus. Ooh. Well, I like that. The difference in fade makes it look like there's kind of like some glass on top of it. Like it's almost creating an illusion that there's like an extra layer of like black glass over it, which is really cool. So yeah, very 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 strong. And I feel like there's too much. I think yeah, because there's a lot going on at the back of this Octane, so you don't really see too much of this. But for the Fennec, I think there's too much going on there. I think they needed to like, I don't know, maybe just pure black on the roof or something just to break up all of that. So I think actually this is not great for a Fennec. But the Dominus looks great, looks sick. And the Octane looks good as well. So it's definitely good. Where does it sit in good? Because good is getting quite busy. It's definitely above these, above you, above you. I think here. I think that's where we find ourselves. Cool. Finally, for South America, we've got Team Secret. Ooh. Okay, see now they've also got eyes on the side, but I don't feel as offended by them. Probably because it's more symbolic, more like a logo than just looking like an actual eye. So I think this works better. Sorry, Luminosity. The kind of punky graffiti style is cool. Yeah, I fuck with it. Good. Yeah, it's definitely above fine. I wouldn't look at that and go, it's fine. It's good. It's a good decal. Yeah, that looks cool. Yeah, seeing someone drive around this, it's a lot more interesting than just nothing. They do have a nice mix of matte and specular going on. It's a good decal. Again, where we're going to sit this on it, I think it might actually even take out Furia for that. Let's just double check against Furia. So got you. I really like the tigers up top. They're good. This looks really sick. This looks sick. This looks the clean. I think by a small margin, I think Team Secret takes it. I think Team Secret takes that. But it is very slight. Right, and then that leaves us with a combination, because there's not too many, I guess. I don't know who gets to make these decals. Because I'm pretty sure there are more teams in this region. So there's Asia, Pacific, Middle East, and Sub-Saharan Africa. So these two I know. I think I've heard Limitless, but I'm sure there was another Middle Eastern team who like were in RLCS last year. So I don't know who gets to make these, and I'm also pretty sure there should be more from Asia, and I don't know if any of these are from Sub-Saharan Africa. Would love to see these two popping off. Obviously, Middle East with the Falcons and Rule 1 have been going crazy. Excited to see what they're up to this year. But yeah, let's look at Elevate. Okay, Elevate, Mountain, or is their logo, I guess. But a nice logo. So I noticed with the Team Secret, it looked like the logo was sort of put on there, but not part of the texture. It looked like it was a separate element. So I don't know if that's the case, or if you can add that later, or what. I don't know if that's happening here, but there was like a slightly weird lighting thing around the edge of the Team Secret logo that I was noticing. Not getting that here. This is a really clean logo and multicolored. It's not just like a white thing. It kind of red and black, and it matches the rest of the car. This is definitely good. Is there a roller coaster? Is Elevate a roller coaster, or is that just a bridge? And I'm being quite disrespectful. Maybe that's just a nice bridge. I'm seeing a little tower here and some nice trees. Yeah, I think I've just been incredibly disrespectful. My bad. But looks good. Looks really good. Would I buy it? I don't know. Who else have I said that I wouldn't buy? Let's have a look at the goods and just... Okay, yeah, no. Moist. I think it's up there with Moist. How does it compare to Moist? And also, who was the other team? We had Moist, and I think it was the one straight after Moist, wasn't it? Oxygen. Was it Oxygen? I don't even... Yeah, this is the logo that I know. I haven't seen this logo before. It's kind of cool. A lot. This looks more old-fashioned. But I guess they're doing what BDS did, because I remember BDS changing their logo, and people were like, "Oh, you fucked it," but it is kind of hard to see. Does it still say BDS? I don't know, but it's fine as a logo. Oxygen looks like a bunch of students made the logo. This looks a bit more professional as a kind of brand. Okay. So how are we comparing the two of these? Oh, it is close. It is very, very cool. I really like the level of detail in this. I need to keep going back and forth. It is close. It's very close. If it was better than this one, which it might be, is it better than... Okay, I think it is better than Oxygen. Only slightly. But not better than Moist. Let's check the Dominus and Fennec. Let's see how clean, because this looks good. I'm happy with that. Okay. I think Moist wins it out. I'm not sure what's going on here with this kind of little wedge that is cut into it. I feel like it would be nicer for that to be connected. I guess they didn't really want the red to be merged in or something. It doesn't work quite as nicely. I guess they do have that going on here, but it blends better with that Octane, I think. For the Fennec it also works similar to the Octane. I guess it doesn't work here because for these, it's still sort of following the car, whereas for the Dominus, it's sort of not following it. And I guess I have a hunch they might have tried following it, but it's wider and so it's too thin on the outside, so you just don't get the same kind of effect as you have here, is what I suspect might have happened. But ultimately, I think it just doesn't quite work. Like, it's not bad. I'm just trying to... It's just so close with other ones that I'm just trying to be... kind of work out for sure what do I think would hold it back, and I think that is holding it back. So I think Moist wins it out, but I think it does edge out over Oxygen. So that's Elevate. And number 2 spot. Not bad. Right, rule 1. Second to last. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, definitely good. Quite simple design, but I think effective. I like the colors, but I think those are literally its logo. So I think some of the other car decals have been using color combinations that aren't necessarily part of the logo. I don't, or brand, I don't believe. But these are the colors from the Rule 1 logo, but they're nice colors. They're easy on the eyes. I like the gray strip just kind of going straight through, like an offset and everything. If I was going to critique it, and what is this if not a critique? It's not the same angle. So you can see that it's kind of closer here. If there wasn't a fucking... It's closer here than it is up here. So I feel like angle it just that bit so that it doesn't do that. Like, maybe that's because it's on a curve, I don't know, but it just doesn't look like it's parallel to those lines. That would be my only critique, I think. Oh no, that's not true. There's more critique I can do. The white stuff. What's going on here? Does it need this? I don't think so. The Rule 1 is also really hard to read. It looks like it's not like exported correctly. Like, I don't know. Like the E doesn't quite look right. Like this, the kind of outline looks like it's just not been properly exported. So there's definitely room for improvement. I like is one of those designs that is simple but looks good. But yeah, I think align this a bit better and drop. I don't think these, unless there's something behind these white lines that I'm not aware of, I think these could be dropped. I think it looks cleaner just having the stripes is fine. Let's look at the Dominus. Yeah, I think good decision, just the one for the Octane, and I think it makes sense because it's so wide to have two on the go there. That makes sense. Should it carry on through the whole thing? Maybe not. I think that is fine. And yeah. Yeah. The rest of it is kind of fine. Same notes about the white. I'm not sure if that's needed. And then the Fennec. Is this one? This one looks like it is. This is in parallel to that. It is parallel to it. Okay. I guess it does make sense to have the two. Yeah, I'm not so sure. Yeah, some of that looks good. This looks good. It's definitely good. Where does it sit in good? I think it makes it above this lot. Compared to Furia? How does it compare to Furia? I think it might beat out Furia. Or maybe not. No, I think Furia clinches it. Just because there are kind of slightly off things about it, and especially for those. So yeah, okay. So Furia still keeps that, and we pop this bad boy onto good. Am I missing one? Who's this? Did I skip someone? Who the fuck is... Oh! Shit, Limitless. My bad. Yeah, I absolutely... somehow was just ready to go to rule 1. I guess, again, because I know who they are. Okay. Looks good. Another good decal. Clean. None of the shapes look like are trying too hard. It just looks nice. Makes sense. Nice color. The logo, I think, looks really good. Yeah, good. Not fine. Above fine is good. Not sick. I don't think I'd be like, see that and be like, sick, I've got to get that. Like, it's just see that, like, yeah, it's good. It's good decal. Yeah, that looks nice. I do like how that flows around the Dominus. And that looks good as well. Yeah. Yeah, it's good. Good. It's good. How good is it? Definitely better than Rule 1. Better than Furia. Better than Team Secret. I think. Is it? Let's check. Got you. Let's go. Let's just double check Furia. Yeah, it's better than Furia. Is it better than Team Secret? Yeah, it's a bit cleaner. It's hard to place. It's simpler, but it's cleaner. I think it is better than Team Secret. Who else do you got to beat out? Gen.G. Gen.G has been holding on. Like, it was one of the first kind of ones that we looked at, and I was like, yeah, I guess it's good. But yeah, the mixture of the specular and matte, I think they did a really good job. Like, just seeing this moving like that just looks good. So while it's not one I would buy, I do think it's a good skin. So I don't think it beats out Gen.G, so that puts you there. Still top 5. Currently, our final, last but not least, is Team Falcons. So again, this is no comment on their abilities as a team playing Rocket League. It's no comment on them as people. Just purely, what do I think of this decal? It might just be a fine. I think this might just be a fine. It's not nothing. It stands out. But if I saw it, I'd be like, yeah. I mean, I haven't seen it. I'm like, yeah, it's fine. It has nice fades, nice color, appropriate for their branding. But I wouldn't look at it. I'm not looking at it and going, yeah, it's a good decal. I think it's just fine. So how fine? We'll have to check out the Dominus. It's pretty good. It's almost, yeah. The Dominus looks better than the Octane, and this looks good. Did I really put power that high up? I kind of want to move power down, to be honest. Compared to G2, vitality, power. You know what? I'm sorry, buddy. I feel like you didn't do anything wrong. You just been sitting there, but like top of fine, I'll take it. I'm like, you know what? I'm taking it away. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, no. Just looking at it, I'm like, nah. Actually, these two take that out. And so compared to this group of fine individuals, yeah, I don't think it is good. I think it is just fine. How does it compare? How does it compare to G2? No, it doesn't beat out G2. Vitality. No, yet. Wait, no. Vitality is that in just fine? Jesus, okay. Does it? So it doesn't beat those out. Does it beat out power? Yeah, I think so. I think so. Let me just check. Yeah, it beats out power. Okay, there we go. So last one. You beat out power, and there we go. Tier list complete. Largely positive, which is good. Like the teams and whoever they have working on this made an effort, and I think it paid off. Like a lot of good decals, a lot of sick ones that I would actually purchase. You know, if I didn't want to stop giving money to Epic Games. Yeah, like I can't remember off the top of my head how many were at the sick level last year. As I say, I definitely remember KCP. Their decal was so good last year. But there might have been some other ones. There's definitely some other good ones last year. But yeah, I'm happy to see a lot of really good, and even fine is fine. Like effort was made, they're good. Nothing necessarily bad with being at nothing. Like they're there. And bad is a shame. Luminosity, I almost feel bad having them in bad. It's just I do think it's not a good decal. and the eyes really just look kind of weird. So there was definitely potential there to rise up to the ranks of nothing. But Carmine Corp, I don't know what the hell is going on there. But I do not think that's a good decal. But other than that, pretty great. So top 5, at the absolute top, potential bias, Space Station Gaming. I think that decal looked great. BDS, I think that decal looks sick. Dignitas, the colors look really, really nice. I really dig that. Crew, I started to love it the more I looked at it. Like, I wasn't initially sure if it rose to the level of sick, and then it beat out the next one. NRG, also a really cool decal. Like, I really like creative ones, where it's not just like, well, like, I think so. For example, Vitality, like, it's fine. That's why it's in fine, but it feels very much on brand. Like, it's just like they're like, this is our brand. Make a card that lines up with our brand, and there's quite a few of those. It makes sense, but I really like it. The ones that are being creativity, like BDS, like, it's not their brand. It's not like BDS branding. It's a decal for the BDS team, and it looks cool, and it makes me more kind of excited for BDS, which I think is why maybe they should be more creative. Same for the other ones in the sec level. Like, actually wanting to have the car decal obviously helps sell shit in the store for Epic Games, which is all they care about, but also makes you a lot more excited for the team, because you're like, oh yeah, I've got a decal. It'd be cool to see them doing well. So yeah, I'm happy to see lots of goods. But yeah, that's it for the tier list. And there we go. That's the tier list. That's it, done. Just before finish off the video, I do want to add that after doing the tier list, after doing my stream, I went and kind of had a little look screening online, and saw that there's a few people from different orgs pointing out that the in-game decal doesn't look like what they were expecting. In particular, apparently there was an anodized like shine to it or whatever to make it look cooler. In particular, Luminosity were quite vocal about the fact that it didn't look how they wanted it to look, which sucks. I think I did say during while looking at them, that probably this behind the scenes there's some sort of restrictions. It's probably not exactly as they wanted, but I don't think anodized an anodized decal would have fixed it for Luminosity. I think it's still, those eyes just weren't working for me. But I do feel for anyone who's kind of like, oh, it's not quite as it looked. Those I think Resolve similarly were kind of unhappy with how the in-game decal looked. So just wanted to add that I'm aware, if it wasn't obvious from when I was kind of chatting, that I'm aware that I'm not aware of exactly everything that went into it, but I'm just to add here, I'm aware that there definitely was a difference between what the orgs were shooting for and what ended up. So that's a shame for them. But still, in general, I think they did across the board did a great job. And I started it off having only like very briefly seen the cars. I started off thinking there were some that just sort of phoned it in, but actually there wasn't really anyone who just kind of took a template. I'm pretty sure last year there were ones like that, and so I think I had that in my head when I was sort of screenshotting the cars, that possibly some of them haven't put that much effort into it, but it does look like every org put effort into the car this year, which is cool. So that's the video. If you did take any time to watch it, then thanks for that, and hopefully see you in a future one.